Hey there, everybody. How you doing this evening? This is Chris Miller with FactorCareers.com Live, and I want to talk to you today about a really special subject to my heart, and that is the power and why I love the word no, right? Because I've been in sales now. I've been a professional salesperson, I should say, for a little over 20 years now. And in all of that time, I have received an infinite amount of rejections from my prospects. And I love it when they reject me. And I'll tell you why. Because every single time they do, I bring them a little closer to saying yes. Because no does not mean N-O. Oh no, it doesn't mean that. It means K-N-O-W. It means I do not know enough at this time to make a logical decision. Please tell me more. Recently, I've had a chance to reevaluate all of this, and it made it a point to me that I should mention it to people. So, because you know what? A long time ago, when I was joined to Loretta as a vice president, that company provides financial services to the real estate lending institutions. So, what we did was we tracked their taxes and their flood certifications and all that stuff so that they didn't have to worry about it. Okay. But I joined as a key member of their sales team. And when I accepted that challenge, I'd been working with the team to understand the principles behind what they did, right? So to make a long story short, I quickly rose to the top seat on that team within the first month that I was there. And I held that position ever since. With a sales force of over 16 professionals in my area, some of whom have been there for years, there's no way I should have been able to do that. There's no way that should have been possible. But it happened. And the reason it happened was because most of them feared the rejection of the infamous word no. See, when someone says no to me, I don't take that as a flat response. Like I said, I take it as no, K-N-O-W, meaning I don't know enough at this time to make a logical decision, and they're asking me to tell them more. The way I rose to and stayed at the top was by calling on those prospects that had already said no to Loretta. And I just re-engaged them in conversation about their goals and their needs. Now, out of the 11 high-profile accounts that I closed for that company that year, 7 of them came from that list of companies that had already turned them down. Now, some of them, of course, still said no to me. And I thanked them, and I still continued to check in with them periodically to see if anything changed. And eventually, some of them did change, and they became customers. There could be a lot of changes that happen in 3 or 4 months' time, folks. Leaders change. Leadership changes within their companies. Mergers take place. Audits identify weak areas that need addressing. And any of these, among others, can lead to future openings to re-engage that prospect and change that no, even if it was a firm no, to a yes. Another great thing to remember about the word no is that we are continuously bombarded with it throughout our lives. From when we were children and even today, our parents, friends, teachers, co-workers, bosses, preachers, bankers, creditors, landlords, children, and business associates have all been hitting us with that word no more often than we have the capacity to even remember. We in turn throw it out there back to them just as freely. Why do we do that? Well, we do it because all of this use of the word no has impacted our subconscious mind. It's now a reflexive habit for us to say no as an almost automatic response to the suggestion of anything different from the norm. But take a second and ask yourself this one question. How attached are you to the conviction behind the word no that you give? You know, just think of my child, right? My child asks for something, just most likely insignificant, like I want a game or whatever, instantly I say no because I'm busy with something else, right? Or I don't want to deal with that at the moment or whatever. But how attached am I to the no? In most cases, he can change my no to a yes with very little prompting. It's because that our children are our children, right? And it's also because the word itself doesn't really have as much meaning for us as it used to in our lives. The truth is that we use the word no as a cursory response to eliminate issues that we're not ready to deal with. The word itself is little more than a thinly veiled attempt to ward it off, however. There's usually no real conviction backing it up that would prevent us from going the other way and saying yes instead. And in business, especially in sales, this same principle is true. So as a sales professional, if you are true to your belief that your services are right for your prospect, do not do them the disservice of walking away when they tell you no. Prompt them a little bit, and that smoke screen will easily just blow away. Hey, look, here at FactorCareers, we train brokers how to do the impossible. We take our clients and we educate them about a product that they didn't know existed, a service that they didn't ever hear of, which is crazy because it's been around forever. But banks don't tell you about it, so you don't know it's out there. Our brokers go out there and we educate our clients about a new setup that they'd never thought possible. We change their lives. But even then, the very first thing they're going to tell you is usually no. You're changing their lives. You're offering them a lifesaver, and they're drowning in many cases. And they're still going to tell you, no, I don't want that lifesaver. But it's thin, guys. It's thin. With a little bit of work, you can overcome it. You can get that no to a yes, and you can make a lot of money in this business. So, hey, thanks for joining me. I had a great time chatting with y'all this evening. If you want to know more about how you can get into the $1 Million Broker Training Program, go visit us at FactorCareers.com/get started right now and fill out the application, and we'll get you a call. Okay? There's more information there for you. If you're a current member, thank you for being a member. Thank you for evaluating us, because we do evaluate you as well. And for everybody who joins us on these podcasts, I'd like to thank you for your patronage. Here at FactorCareers.com, we are more than just a separate group of people. We are separate. We all live our separate lives in our separate spaces around the world. But that does not mean we have to stay separated from each other. Come to these podcasts, come to the live meetings and the trainings that we do. Get together with your fellow students and your fellow brokers. We're going to have a great time, and that's the way that we like to do business. All right, everybody, you have yourselves a fantastic day. And remember, this is Chris Miller reminding you to always keep smiling.